I really gotta set a macro to do all this. Hi everyone, how's it going? Hope you're having a good new year. It's 2020. We are a week into 2020. I wanted to start off by throwing this out here. I am now on DM's Guild. Festival of Feathers. If you want a link, or an easy link to all of my stuff, exclamation point release, I think. Because I haven't thought of something better. Probably DM's Guild at some point. So yeah. Oh, I meant to pull this up. So, earlier today, there we go. God, I need dark mode. This is terrible. Alright, let's see. So we did a poll earlier today, and the Kobold obstacle course just barely won out, compared to the goblins in an artificer lab. So today we're going to do the Kobold obstacle course, but I think next week we're going to work on that artificer lab, because I had some really good ideas for that, that I want to try to bring in. So we'll start doing that. If you haven't yet and you like my D&D streams, go follow my Twitter. I usually repost cool stuff from other creators, or I'll post things like the poll, for instance. So that way you can keep up with what I'm doing on Twitch and what you might see in the next stream. And I think that's exclamation point Twitter, if you need that. But cool, so we looked at that. I have Kobold Fight Club up for when I need it. Hi, Sammy. Good to see you, Jacob. Though I don't understand Elder Speech or Dragonlance, whatever is being spoken. Actually, I have Stream Chat over here. There we go. I'm going to try to start using the actual stream manager now, but we'll see how that goes. Alright. So, it is a cold day in Boston, so I have me some hot cocoa. It just started hitting the keyboard. That's great. Okay, so, said we were going to design a Kobold obstacle course. I miss you guys too. I need a planet trip. Probably be to Dallas though. Dallas is way easier. But we'll figure that out. So, talked about doing a Kobold obstacle course, and I'm not sure. Oh, you're in Dallas. Oh, well, okay, that helps. So yeah, we are going to build a Kobold obstacle course. I rough sketched a map because I didn't want to have to draw on stream, because that would be bad. But this kind of encompasses some of the ideas that I had. So we're gonna talk about the entryway and what that represents for the party. Encounter B, or number 2, whatever you want to call it, is actually the encounter I put this whole dungeon around, so I don't think the size is actually represented here. And I had an idea for D, and then we'll figure out something for C and E. So, to get started, I actually have a fun little adventure hook for this. So we'll do the hook. Yeah, I need to talk to Mariah about that because we keep saying we need to plan a trip and we just haven't yet. We need to go see her family first. I think that's a priority because it's gonna be PAX East and then her family, and then we'll try to shoot for a Dallas trip after that. I'm kind of hoping to do it after the summer, but we'll see. Just because I don't want to be in 100-degree Dallas. I'm good. But let's see. We'll do the adventure hook. We'll put treasure towards the front just so I have a good place to keep track of it, and then we'll do encounters. Yeah, I know I'm weak. Well, actually, no, I'm not. I'm in Boston in the middle of winter. It's been 30 or lower every day. Don't give me that. Yeah, come enjoy the cold. Talk to me then. Okay. Sure it is. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing with C yet. D is... what are the name of those things? Yeah, I know. I didn't mean it like that. Y'all are fine. We can perfectly just wait until I can make a trip to Dallas. Besides, I need to grab Grant because he's over near there, and then Mariah has some friends out that direction. But y'all are more than welcome to come to Boston whenever you want. Portcullis. Sure. Cobalt Camp. Den thingy. Sure. And then we're gonna make this a lot bigger. That seems legible. So the adventure hook, bring that down just a tad. So the adventure hook is that a group of kobolds has designed a course of champions in their den. Any adventurer who can survive their challenge will receive a special treat. So, the core balance of this is that, or the core of this, hey Red, how's it going? We're just talking Dallas trips, because we have both Jacob and Sammy in the chat, and they miss me dearly. Figured we gotta do your parents first. Gonna exit, we really do? Oh, okay. But yeah, let's see. So we have PAX East, February/March, and your family's April-ish. I don't know when in April we're doing that. I could. Plane tickets are like $200. Could so do that. Trips to Dallas are easy. It's everywhere else that's the issue. But I don't know. Maybe like May would be when it's been a year since I moved up here. Though it's not necessarily when the last time I saw you guys. Because I guess last time I saw y'all was, what, right before New Year's? Ah, I got you. But yeah, so, oh, and also I wanted to pull up my Patreon because I want to make use of some of the cool stuff I've been getting lately. That was the last thing. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Though that will also put the Dallas trip on hold because you shouldn't have to travel at all if you have surgery. Oh man, do you get a handicap parking for PAX East? You know, try to make a positive out of that. No, they have to meet you. That's part of the point. Though I'm sure Jacob and Sammy would love to see me all the time. Give it a couple years. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We won't need it because we've said we shouldn't need it. We'll have to figure out. She's a full minute ahead of you. Okay, so that would be the lag between the computer and surgery. Would have to wait until May schedule-wise. That's fair. I mean, it really depends on what's going on. But we can figure that out. Also, I need to periodically check a couple of the socials. Nah, it might not. Okay, yeah. Okay, lost my train of thought. Entrance. So we're gonna start at the top. Let me explain this map real fast, at least the color coding I did. The base layer is... Ooh. Hey, see, it really just depends, because, like... If we don't... I don't know. We'll see. But we've talked about it. You'll be fine either way. If anything, it's not like I can't work from home if you ever need anything. Yes, map colors. White is the base layer. It was black when I started, but that's because I don't have dark mode on my tablet, which is a little upsetting. At least I haven't found a way to enable it without the updates. Blue is, of course, our encounter labels, which I have here for reference as well. And then finally, red is something special, which I need to note here. So it's actually... map feature. And then I think I've been doing 20 for this. Right? 20? Yeah. Red outlines the special cobalt-sized tunnels dug throughout the course. Only small-sized creatures and certain beasts can fit in these tunnels. Medium-sized creatures can attempt to crawl. Yes, you are allowed to watch the stream. I think for this particular one, I think I'm designing it lower level than you guys currently are. So I don't think it's something that I can put in World of Terrax. I would have to do a lot of upscaling for these guys. I think the only one I was concerned with that on was the Gith ship, but that's just because you seemed really excited for it, and I'd rather surprise you. But I have some other plans for that. Okay. So not my best wording, but whatever. Actually, we're gonna get rid of the... Hey, you better hope that book announcement on Monday is Spelljammer. Also, Jacob, if you're looking for D&D shows to watch, I highly recommend Chain by MCDM. Because they go to the Astral Sea in the first couple episodes, and it features some Gith. I just finished their first season. They're supposed to start back this month, but I'm not really sure what's going on there. So, let's see. For the entrance... I really should have just... Okay, we're gonna do this real fast, because I can't format as well on here. Okay. Well, I could have done the headings. Oh well. Fix it in post. So, for the entrance... This starting tunnel is 30 foot long and 10 foot wide. So the big thing here is that there's actually a pitfall trap halfway down the corridor. DC 15 perception or DC 20 investigation to detect the pit, or to detect the trap door. The door is on a, let's see, I'm trying to remember what I did for this. The door is on a hinge and will drop when a sufficient amount of weight is placed on it. A kobold or two is not enough to set off the trap. So, pretty straightforward, right? Seems a little too easy. Increase the DC by 5 for the second pitfall trap placed directly after the first. There is a 5-foot walking space in between the two. So I actually saw this on Reddit, and I was like, I need this in my life. And that's kind of what started. That's what started this, and then I thought of some other ideas that were really cool. So in between the two, and then that walking space is located next to the Cobalt Tunnel, which is disguised with a door covered in loose rocks. So basically what they did was they took your walking space and then put a trap door, 5 feet of space, and then another trap door. And then kept going. And then I think I can actually... let's do this. So I have an idea of how that's going to work. And then draw our pits. And then the little... Oh, do I not have... Can I change the color? There we go. And then right here is our Cobalt Tunnel. This is fantastic. And it's only the first of many terrible things that will come out of this. Alright. So. I think this map's going to change a little bit. I want to switch where B and C are. So we'll see about doing that later. Just because I don't want them looking out for those kind of things that quickly. I think the pitfall is a good one to just like throw them off. Characters who fall into the trap take 1d10 or sorry 1d6 fall damage, but can easily climb out with a DC 10 dexterity, acrobatics, or strength athletics check. So yeah. They're not that deep. They're only 10 feet, and then there's actually rocks. Because the point of this is Kobolds made this to mess with adventurers, not to actually, like, kill them. They could die. There are some more dangerous things. So, next up is Crossfire. And let me actually draw this one out, because I like this one too. I think that's... No, I think we're using this one. Yeah. Okay. So... Crossfire is a little weird. Let me see if I can do it justice. So basically... Your adventurer is walking through this tunnel. And then what ends up happening is up here is a small platform and then a tunnel so that the kobolds can walk out and pelt you with rocks. And that's the whole point. So let me actually label these. A, B. Okay. So. Walking through the corridor. the party will find that they are surrounded by younger kobolds. Each kobold carries a sling and... let's see. Carries a sling and... we'll say 4 stones. Not a lot. So, for this one, players must make a DC fixed... let's go lower. DC 13 dexterity saving throw as the stones are flung into the tunnel. So, so the other thing to keep in mind, we'll do a DM tip section. This isn't supposed to be a... this isn't supposed to be a fight against the kobolds. This is a test of skill and a fun game, hopefully for both sides. So, the idea being that you don't really have to fight the kobolds at all. You shouldn't have to. Now, if you're treating this as, like, just cut and paste this into a dungeon, then, yeah, you're gonna deal with the fact that your party's gonna want to fight all these kobolds, and you kind of need an idea of how many kobolds there are, which I'll list out at some point. But think of it this way. If they already know they're going in, and the kobolds put this together, they should be nice to the kobolds, because this is a game. And it's more of a fun encounter than anything else. I did just I thought of something for C. Chasing the skunk. So characters take... how much does a... where's my player's handbook? I need to know how much a sling does. Actually, let me just get kobold stats. Annual velocity. I have no idea where my other monster manual went, but whatever. Use my nice cover. So, all right. So, guys, if you're new to the game and you haven't seen a kobold before, there you go. They're like little dragon dog people. Okay. So slings do 1d4 plus 2. So we'll say the party has a chance to okay. We'll play with the math. But I actually think this is dangerously close to killing a first level wizard. They will. Okay. Yeah, but like that's the low end of the stick on this one. I mean, I've done it like 3 times now, I'm pretty sure. But we'll see. Let's see. Okay. So players must make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw. As the stones are flung into the tunnel, characters take 3d4 plus 2 bludgeoning on failure, or half as much on success. Should be bludgeoning damage. Let's see. Sorry, I'm getting date gossip updates, and it's fantastic. It's been a good week for people, hopefully. If not, hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope I can help out a little bit. Anyways, so yeah, 3d4 plus 2. So yeah, what on average a d4 is 2.5 multiplied by 3. That's 7.5 plus 2. Okay, no, unless because you always get your max HP. I think you always get a minimum of 6 for a wizard, so that can't kill him because that's not doing double, at least on average. Maxed out, it can kill him because, or 2 less than max. But we will see. Let's see. Give me 1 sec, guys. All right. So far it's been dodging traps, and again, that's kind of what I want to change the layout of this, because it's a lot of just saving throws or skill checks to get out of things. Now we're gonna throw in a combat encounter. Entering this open chamber, the party will hear a kobold shouting from an unknown space in the cavern. Catch the skunk! The skunk has key. So players must chase down a released skunk in this chamber and take the key from its neck. Oh, I just thought of something that we're gonna just add that right there. Old trap I used. If anybody, actually, Jacob, if you remember the first session that Flame was in, I had a trap in there from the kobolds that I'm throwing back in here. And it's just called Timber. So, okay, so yeah. Chase a skunk. I don't know what I'm gonna do in E. Okay. The skunk is slippery, covered in some oil. Yeah, we'll go with oil / lotion. And has advantage on escaping grapplings. So Druid could just end this. But this is supposed to be just a fun challenge to where they need to just take the key. The key is bronze and will open the gate on the far side of the chamber. Okay, so Jacob, to answer your question, Timber was used on Stacker and was actually knocked him out in that first session. It is literally just a log swings down from the ceiling. Everyone in the tunnel must make a DC 12 dexterity saving throw. Actually, I'm going to make that 14. We're going to make the other one 12. To dodge the log. On a failure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then they tried to feed you to their dragon. That did happen. Okay, so on failure, characters take... God, oh, did I just happen to write down how much damage that did? Cobalt Camp. 5. Okay. Yeah, took 5. So we'll say take 5 bludgeoning damage and are not prone. The log will fall from its rope and block the tunnel leading back to the entrance. So basically it swings down, falls off the rope, and then will actually block the tunnel they just came out of, so they're kind of stuck. But there is a way to move it. Strength of 15 or more is required to move the log out of the way. So it's kind of like when you have armor that excuse me. It's like when you have armor that requires a certain strength score. This will actually require a certain strength score to move it so that you may proceed. All that glitters is not a portcullis. Let's see. So this chamber, this side chamber will test the party's greed. A luxurious chest is left open, piled high in what looks to be gold coins. So this is a fun one because as the party enters the chamber, a portcullis is dropped on the entrance behind them. The chest is actually filled with small rocks painted to look gold. The paint used on it is actually still in the chamber off to the side. A DC 15 perception check would reveal the paint from the hallway, preventing falling for the trap. The portcullis is lifted via a pulley system, which connects to a lever. To a lever hanging on the. Damn it. Connects to a lever hanging on the ceiling of the cavern. It can also be lifted with a combined strength of 35. Yeah. So you could split your party, and then they have to figure out how to mess with the lever. Or if they all band together, they should be able to lift it up enough. A DC 12 dexterity check is required to slip under the gate without it falling on them. If they fail, the gate pins them to the ground, and they take 1 piercing damage. Just 1. So we have some fun stuff. I think this is definitely a shorter style dungeon. This is just a fun little side quest thing. They will aim to leave the party alive on the off chance of TP. On the off chance of total party knockout, they are carried back to the entrance to lick their wounds and try again. So, meant to add that earlier. Okay. The pinned character's strength now counts as half its value for lifting the portcullis. So the reason for this is that if they get really close and then fail at the end, you're not really doing a whole lot to deter them. Instead, what you want is for them to now figure out this new problem. You have your character pinned, you need their help in order to lift the gate. But if you do it right, you can get them on the other side without having to lift it again. So how do you do that? If you have oil, you can... if you have oil, you can lather them in it and they can slip through. You could... so when I do the final version, I'll do ways to get character unpinned. I can do that right now. Lift the gate. No check. Or no skill check for them to get on the other side. Lubricate the bars. They can slip out. DC Sin. Dexterity check to fit body through to other side. And that's just a couple ideas. So there's a lever, and I don't give a solution because I want the players to figure it out. It could be as simple as hitting the AC of the lever and with a rope so you can pull it down, something along those lines. Let's see. So lots of fun little traps in this. So wait, do I already have? Okay, I do already. Anyways, sorry, I got a message and I was making sure I had them added as a friend. Message them real fast. Sweet. Okay. So, got that all done. So there's not a lot of fighting here, and that's because I wanted newer players to not feel like combat is the only way to solve problems. Which actually, this dungeon designed not to have much, if not any, combat. This is to show newer players that their problems don't always need to be solved with swords and fireballs. Looking at you, Jacob, on that fireball comment. Let's see. So in the meantime, while I'm gonna look up a couple things for this last one. Try to get some ideas going. What's everybody's New Year's resolutions, or like things you want to do in RPGs or D&D or video games? I'll take whatever. Actually, do I have this downloaded? Oh, that's the spreads. I think I want this one. There we go. For Jacob, this right here. Specifically the fireball part. Sweet. Austin, welcome to the chat. Yeah, I really like that foam board thing. I will say you may want to check out what I think it's called Dragon Lock. Either Dragon Lock or Warlock. I know Warlock's coming out soon. They're doing some cool stuff with 3D, but it's all 3D printed instead of foam board. Jacob, meeting new people. Honestly, I just like... Well, dating apps are one thing. The other thing for me was definitely... I just went to a local game store and started talking. And people didn't care that I kept talking. It helps. Let's see. That's what I was looking for. Want to do a cool weapon. I don't know. There's something I can very quickly put in here. Oh, I'll make up something. I have a couple ideas. Let's see. Hinge. I will always promote Hinge because its whole goal is to get you off the app. So, just throwing that one out there. Also, Mariah, your resolution is paint more minis, or at least finish the ones you have. Oh. Okay. So this is 4 encounters. I really should... I need 5. Well, the log's an encounter, I guess. So, I need my DMG. The players level up to 2nd level. So I'm not based, you know, I do milestone. Is built for a party of 4 first level characters. Ooh, I just had a really good idea. But wait. Wounded and limping. Oh, let's see. Kobolds typically don't like goblins, right? Anyways, I was rolling up treasure for a low tier encounter. So that way maybe they can get a little something out of this. So we'll do... Yeah, the log's an encounter. It is. See? It's on the map. Therefore, it's an encounter. Let's see. They'll get so many gems. 4 gems of 10 GP each. I actually don't know how people write treasure. Actually, I don't even know if I wrote down treasure in Festival of a Feather. Or Festival of Feathers. I don't know if I did that. Which? I gotta log in. It's here. It's on DM's Guild. Go check it out. It's pay what you want, which means it's free. Go check it out. Get me to 200 downloads. I think they had to be unique downloads before Jacob goes and downloads it however many times I need. Just saying. Cool. So 4 gems. They'll get... I think I'll just give them the silver and the copper out of this. So we'll give them that much of that, and we'll give them yeah. Though if that's the case, I may want to throw something a little here. Let's see if we can find kobold relations with other races. Is there something? No, not really on that one. Let's find kobolds again. Oh, I really want to do the Gith. Gith would be so cool. Oh, Kuto, I passed it. Let's just throw a Kraken in the dungeon. That'll work. Anyways. Okay. So... reading quickly. I didn't use any slime. That would have been a good one. Okay. So let's actually look at goblins and let's make a so a hard encounter is 3 goblins. No kobolds helping. So I think what we'll do instead... Medium is also... Oh, because it's adjusted XP. That makes sense. Okay. So in that case, I really just want to give the players a bag of holding. Like, hey, you want a reason to give them a bag of holding? Here you go. We'll just put 2 potions of healing, a bottle of skunk spray, and DM's choice bag of holding. So, I'll explain the bottle of skunk spray when I come back to it. Yeah, have you seen the time I got reincarnated as a slime? Stuff's crazy. Alright. So, the party must make their way back through the kobolds course, taking on goblins along the way. So what we're gonna look at, these are gonna be pretty simple. Actually, I think goblin boss is a medium. If I give him 1 goblin. Okay. I usually put DM tips throughout, but I'll write this up here just to keep myself in the same go-abouts. What we got here? Okay, so when the party reaches the end of the den, give them a chance to short rest or possibly level up before the goblin troops arrive. So now am I gonna sneeze? I guess I'm not gonna sneeze. Okay then. Each chamber we'll do I know how I want to build this when I do an actual layout of it, because the goal here is to turn this into a 1-page dungeon at the end. But I need to work on formatting for that, and that's gonna affect things differently. Like for instance, these pictures probably won't be here. Well, they might, and then this map's gonna be different. Let's see. Any traps that had, well, so that was from the Crossfire Tunnel, which is here. So I'm not really sure. We'll do this. Oh, I don't want to draw anymore. Undo that. Okay. Kobold Den. 2 goblins. Portcullis room. 2 goblins. Skunk room is 4 goblins really a hard? No, it's a deadly. I'll put 3 goblins. 3 goblins. Actually, no, we'll do this. We'll do 2 goblins and a goblin boss. And then say that the kobolds will assist where they can, triggering traps or pelting the goblins with stones on initiative count 20. So, the idea here being that this kind of goes against the original mantra of this dungeon, which is teach that you don't need to solve all your problems with swords and fireball. But because they've done that, they get rewarded by having the kobolds assist them with the goblins. So there are, let's see, there's 8 here. So hold on, let me use my mouse. There are 8 that attack you here. Yeah, there's there are 15 kobolds and 3 winged kobolds. Because I don't think we've... Well, those got added with Volos. Eh. Yeah, exactly. It'll give... I need my stream chat back up. As Jacob said, it will give combat players a chance to shine if they haven't been doing so well throughout this system. I did think of something I needed to add to the portcullis. The portcullis has AC 15, HP 25, and resistance to piercing and slashing damage. So basically, you could beat down the gate, or you could just get out. Which actually... There we go. Add that there. Oh, so sorry. That still showed up on the mic. Been fighting off like a cold or something for about a week. So, fun stuff. Wait, Goblin Boss is not... I don't think I can use... Oh, it's in the Monster Manual. Okay. I was worried I couldn't use it because it's... I'm trying to use only what's in the Monster Manual right now. So, we'll see how that goes. let's see. So the kobolds will assist where they can, triggering, unless the party murdered them. Triggering traps or pelting the goblins with stones. On initiative count 20. So the kobolds will not interact. Will not interact in combat directly, but instead really want to leave the party to handle the heavy lifting. Like they don't want to fight the goblins. They have adventurers to do that for them. So I think this could turn out to actually be a really cool adventure if that's the case. So let's actually add something to this. So I leave two things up to DM's choice throughout this adventure specifically, and that is giving the party a bag of holding. Some players or some DMs do like to keep track of encumbrance and those kind of things, and I want to give them that option. And then also allowing the players to get to second level before the goblins show up, which would definitely make the goblin combat easier for the party. Here, actually, let me look at my hardest encounter, which is a goblin boss and 2 goblins, and just, yeah, if I send them, so first level it is a deadly encounter, well above their XP for the day, when adjusted. If I bring them up to second level, it's now just a hard encounter at their XP for the day. According to the DMG. But of course, I blow that stuff out of the water every encounter. So there's that. So with that, that's really the gist of the dungeon. I actually want to clean this up later in the week and post it. I need a website. That's the next thing I'm working on. Just to post these things. I'll throw this in a GM binder and do some layout work. I need to remake this map the way I want it. Because we're gonna end up with a lot of chambers that are traps only, and then seeing how that's gonna mess with the party. I'll also probably sketch this out on paper instead of on my tablet. We'll see. So I can get an idea of everything, because like it's nice to have these where I can, and we'll see what we can do otherwise. But yeah, they'll get some treasure out of it. Not a whole lot of gold. It's only 40 gold. Well, no, it's more than that. It's let's see, 40 in gems, 120 gold in silver, and then 21 in copper. So a fair amount of gold starting out. Kobolds basically gave up their hoard for this. But it's a fun little dungeon. Get your party started. And see where you can take them from there. Actually, I think I'm gonna lower this. We're gonna just take off some zeros. So they'll have 52 gold, or 54 gold, and a silver to their name by the end of this. Yeah, and then they can go straight into Tomb of Horrors. Like this is just mini Tomb of Horrors. Like if they could survive this, they could survive Tomb of Horrors. I would actually love to. I'm gonna have to remember this for a New Year's party idea. Everyone build kobolds as first level adventurers and run Tomb of Horrors. And then when you die, you just put like Junior after your name. Or you get to pick from the new list of kobolds and do that. I know our friend LJ did something similar. I know you want in, Jacob. I'll make sure you're in. I know everybody LJ did something similar at one point, but it was against adventurers. I just want to take them to Tomb of Horrors and see if they can survive. And also, I may make it my Tomb of Horrors, which I'm hopefully going to do at some point. It's on my list. Because I have some good traps that I've been wanting to do that I think could make it run for its money. Maybe do it at a lower level too, because I feel like you need players to experience that early. Maybe not put a Demi-Lich at the end. But let's see. It's been almost an hour and a half. I think that was a pretty good stream. We got a Kobold obstacle course made that I will post somewhere later this week. But otherwise, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back on Thursday, hopefully. If nothing comes up, we'll be back on Thursday with the video game stream. I'm actually we're either going to play Darkest Dungeons or we're going to play Witcher 3 because I've been wanting to jump back in. Because if we do, we're not going to start a new save. I'm just going to start wherever I was last time and we'll go from there. But yeah, anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Have a good rest of your week if I don't see you again. And we'll be back next week with the goblins in the Artificer Lab. So until then, have a good day.